what is the value of connecting with your lover through grief? So what's the value of actually investing your time and energy into somebody who's grieving? Why would I invest my time? They're all sad and grumpy, and they're like Debbie Downers. They're not Debbie Downers, they're grieving. And whether that's the grief of a family member or a friend or a dog or a cat or a lover or whatever it happens to be, even if it's just a job in or a career, and they're grieving that, there's still some grief there. It might not be as deep, or could be, though, might not be the same as the grief of a person, but for some people it might be. So being present with your lover through that, what do you think? Let's just think about, what's the value of that? How much would it feel great for somebody to be able to want to be with you even when you're sad? How fun is it to have a lover who would want to be with you through all your ugly times, all the times where you're crying, where your snot's running down your face, where you got mascara dripping down. That's for all genders that are wearing mascara. For everybody and anybody who's just like in like a big sobbing, angry mess, because grief has sadness, and it also sometimes has this undercurrent of anger. And we talk about the 5 stages of grief as well. And, there can be anger and denial and all of these things incorporated in grief. And to be able to be present with somebody through all of their experience and through all of those energies is such a gift to them and such a gift to you, because it demands you to be present. And you being present means that you're showing up in your life so that you can be there for other people. You're showing up in your life for you primarily, and then the result is that you can show up for other people. That's a bonus. And if you're like me and a little ADHD, it takes a lot of practice, or might be on the autism spectrum. I'm not sure, I'm not diagnosed, but I know that there are times where I have to diligently say, like, be present, feel my body, touch my body. I'm here. I'm here. I am. Oh, I am here. Whew. And just getting like familiar with the fact that I'm here, because that tendency for fight or flight, that ADHD thing, can sometimes kick in when you are in fight or flight and you're in a trauma response mode and you're like, whoop, I'm out of here. So coming back, being present, like, what's triggering that response, what's going on, and coming back to that. I'm here. You're here. Hi, how are you? And one way to be present with your lover is to really just be like, hi, how are you? And then take a minute to hear how they are. And if you don't want to know how they are, don't ask. Because if you're just asking out of like tradition or like habit, and they go to answer you and you're not there, it's just like, why'd you bother, right? So if you are going to ask somebody how they are, you're like, and you do want to hear, you can always say, I really want to know how you are. I have like 5 minutes right now. So is that something that you can share with me in 5 minutes? Or should we set some time aside later so that I can be present with you and I can listen to what you have to say? I know it doesn't sound like the way that normal people talk to each other, but wouldn't it be cool if it actually was a respectful way that we asked and spoke with each other and let each other know where we're at and how we're feeling and like what's going on? So connecting through grief can be tricky, but can be super valuable in that we can heal through it. And sometimes when you are connecting physically, sexually through grief, it can help your body calm down and it can bring in some happy hormones.